It's that time of year again. It's time to prune our tomatoes. We're going to cut the little bitty suckers off the bottom to make the plant grow bigger and stronger. The plant kind of looks puny here, but I'm going to set it up in just a minute. Don't worry. See, it's not so bad. It just needs to be staked. At first glance, you might think, she's ruining her tomato plants by cutting all the little stems off. Well, I'm here to tell you, it makes a big difference, and it makes a healthy tomato plant if you get rid of those little bitty suckers at the bottom. Evidently, the tomato I had my phone propped up on didn't like me cutting, so it put its leaf in the way so nobody could see what I was doing. Not only does cutting off the little bitty stems at the bottom help the plant to grow, the energy is going to go upward to the plant instead of around the little bitty stems. It helps with airflow. I don't know if you've ever noticed the bottom leaves on your tomato plants getting moldy or shriveled up, but cutting the little stems off at the bottom is going to help with that. I wanted to get a jump start on pruning my tomatoes this year before we stake them, but as you can tell, here we go. We're going to stake some tomatoes. First, they're going to drive some fence post in between about 3 or 4 tomatoes.
Bring it on this way. How many meters I go there? Jack? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. On that. On one next. Come on.
As you can see, it's a family effort.
Go.
Well, that thing's pretty heavy. I did it too, but I didn't get myself on camera doing it. You don't have to drive heavy old fence posts into the ground to stake tomatoes. You can use poles, you can use cages. There's many different ways to stake up a tomato, but this is our preferred way.
Let's put that right here and we'll put one on the end. Got it. Oop. Right out here, John. Hi, sis.
Once all the posts are in, we're going to string them up. You start off one end, tie off a piece of string, run it down the length of the row, and then you're going to just kind of weave it around each fence post. He uses this handy tool, basically a stick with some eyelets cut into it, to weave around the fence post and then go up underneath the tomato plants. And I'm going to come behind him and just help prop the tomato plants up to make sure they're not damaged. He'll simply tie off the string when he's done with the row. And here's a picture of his string bucket. We're fancy around here. Alright, so here we're tying off a new string. And we're going to take that bucket full of twine and we're going to walk it down to the other end of the row. And once he makes it down there, he's going to come back and take the little stick tool and then use that to wrap the twine around the fence post. And that's basically it. That's how we stake our tomatoes. So far we just did 2 strings on each side, a total of 4. And that's going to be enough for now. Until the tomatoes grow a little taller, we can always come back and do more. This is year 2 doing this method, and we liked it very well last year. Do you all have a preferred method of staking your tomatoes? This one's easy and works well for us.